Hey guys, welcome to Bushcraft and Wild Animals in Central Wisconsin, Homesteading Edition. And today I'm going to talk about the new coop and how we winterized it and got it ready for winter. And I got some amazing numbers and some actual data to show you guys how I took from 20 degrees outside to 67 on the inside. So stick around and we'll show you how we did it. So today we're going to talk about the panels first. The panels are actually a multi-plastic layer. They have a honeycomb in the inside, which allows about a 1/4 inch. You can get a 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch air pocket in there on both sides. That acts as an insulator. On the other side of that, we have plastic down to about this board. We've sealed off the doors for the cracks. I'll show you what we used for that. It was pretty ingenious. And if it does get too hot, there's a side fan there that's set on the thermostat that'll kick on. And it also helps when we need to get rid of the ammonia smell from the composting and the manure. If it does happen, because in the coop, it turns on automatically. So how did we get this thing from 20 degrees outside to 67 degrees inside? The greenhouse effect and the compost. We have an active compost in the coop, which keeps it warm. So come on, I'll show you how we did it. Alright guys. So this is the new run. It's approximately 13 by 16 and it is completely sealed off. We have taken these round gaskets, the little floaties that you used to get when we were kids, and I've insulated the door off that way to allow it to have a nice seal. There's 8mm plastic on the ceiling. It does collect the condensate on here, so that gives you a little idea. And then I have on the outside, I have the 14mm, and not 14mm. They're actually greenhouse panels. They're about a 1/4 inch thick, and they have the honeycombs on the inside, as you can see, to keep it insulated. And with the chicken coop and the compost pile right now. Hey guys, I just wanted to give you an update with the data that we've collected. Today the door is open, the sun's out, and the temperature on here outside right now is 37.8, and then here in the center of the coop on the ground is 63.1. And the other one on the wall that I have a picture that I'll put up here, it was at 69. And it has not gotten below 48 degrees in here tonight. I've been checking at 10 o'clock in the morning and then at 5 in the morning. And it's staying right at 48 degrees. And that's all due to this. I've been keeping this pile active. But there's the steam coming off of that. And that was roughly, when we just checked it a little while ago, anywhere from 120 to 140 degrees. And the leaves are helping to keep the compost fed, and to keep, obviously if you got a compost, you're going to have some kind of decay. It does help with the pine shavings on the floor and that, to keep the smell at a tolerable level. So a little quick update I wanted to throw in here, just to let you guys know. Everything is wide open. It's over almost 70 degrees in here. It's 38 outside. So it's in the hot stage. It's at 140. It is allowing this place to stay. It's roughly about 67 degrees during the day, and it only gets below 50 at night. It has allowed us to let them be able to dig around in the middle of wintertime.
that it stays this way as long as we can throughout the winter. We'll see what happens when we get to them below zeros. It definitely has not been that cold, but in the 20s and 30s. So I'll go through it how I did this. I'm trying to keep this away from being a hot pile. I want it to be a steady pile or an active pile, but not a hot pile, because it's going to kill all of the bacteria, or not the bacteria, but the bugs and stuff that are in there, worms and stuff, and that's what I want to come up through the ground. There's actually 3 different active compost piles in here. You have the main one that's right here that you can see. The other one is a floor, and then inside there. So there's actually 3 active compost piles going right now. Okay guys, this is the first step. This is the coop itself, and we have it built up so that all the droppings go down on the floor. We got the pine shavings. They've got 2 poles, and all it is clothes hanger poles for in your closet. You can get that at the local hardware store. And they drop their droppings on the ground. We clean this up and it goes outside. And I want to build this up to about 4 to 6 inches for insulation purposes, to keep them warm during the winter. It's all insulated, and this will keep heat, and we'll talk about later on how this all works in a flow system. But as you can see, the birds are all happy. They're up off the ground. They've got nice roosts, and keeps them warm in here. This is the main one that they chew around on, but they scratch on this one and in there. And when we did this, we had no idea if the right area for the coop compared to the compost pile, if that was going to be enough, or I was kind of worried that I didn't have it set up correctly. But it is doing very well. So if you got this part of it is 16 by 13 by 16, and that is roughly about 6 feet by 6 feet by 6 feet, and then you can see it's only about, I'd say, 2 feet tall right now. But so we got those all going in, and then we have Kanan comes in here every day, mixes it out, or he checks it with the probe. So on the compost pile, there you see the gauges, and the green area is steady and active. So the farther to the right that you go on that gauge, the more active the pile is. And then you can see they're pecking off on the sides up in here to you can see how they're chewing the piles up over there. But it gives them something to do, and away from being bored and start pecking and pulling feathers out of people or out of other birds. So that's what you're kind of looking for, guys. As a steady, you don't want to go to the hot side of that, so you want a nice active pile and keeping it warm in here. So check it in different areas to see if we're still being active and inactive, and then he changes that according to what's going on, like so. And he feeds and waters the birds. So if you want to get going on this and you want to have coops in the wintertime, you want to do the things with the eggs, you want to keep your birds happy, this is another good idea. Last year, if you guys go check out my video, I did one on the other coop, and I wrapped it just in regular plastic. So. Alright guys, so here's my timer setup. As you can see, it's pretty self-explanatory how I got it all set up, but the dial there is for the lights for inside the coop. It turns on at 4:30 to give them their continuous light that they need. See if I can zoom in here. To keep their eggs going, and that's what that dial is right here that I'm showing you. And then this other one up here, this is for the fan. So it shows you exactly by degree how much and how little it's been dropping and how much it's moving. And if it gets to a certain point,
the fan kicks on. So it's pretty self-explanatory, and what will happen is when the fan kicks on, doors open up and it'll suck all of the excess heat out. So that's kind of that area. I got to do something different with all electrical cords and gauges. I don't like that. I have to clean that up a little bit somehow. But so that's how the fan is set up. You guys, thanks for watching. Take care. God bless. We'll see you in the next one.